Greetings, good people. My name is DJ Holly, and welcome to Point 5 Creative Studios. Chitubu che content, chitubu chisingapo, chitubu chinonwane munhu wese, chitubu chakavhenekwa chikaongororwa nana mazvikokota kunzi aiwaka chitubu ichi chine content iri healthy, content yakachena, yakakodzera kunge chikonsumwa nemunhu akaita kunge iwewe. So if it's your first time here, dzvanya subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any exciting content uploaded. Right, maziga akabuda I think last week, and ndakanyarara zvangu from afar. Ndakanamboripota nyaya yemazigi kana kumboona kuti zviri kufamba sei. Zvoda kuti ndandisina nhau dzacho ndinadzo, but ndichiona kuti ringandimbomira ndistart the teachers. But izvozvo ndazoona zvakodzera manje kuti ndichiuya nenhau yemazigi, yazigi panapa nditika zimgod baba. Mawani panapa ndine video clip randinaro ratoda kuti tione pachibvunzwa gavhena mubvunzo kunzi imimi sehurumende kumapassport office uko hamusi kurida zigi iri, patinoda kuti tibhadhare duty hamusi kurida zigi iri, pakutengeswa kwefuel zigi haasi kutenga. Saka confidence yedu isusu sevanhu muzigi umu munofunga kuti zvine zvakamira sei? Rega ndiregedze kutaura zvakawanda tipinde muclip redu handitika, but ndoda kuti kana une business raunaro rauda kushambadzirwa ndibate namba dzangu ndo dziri kubuda pasi apa. Kana une nyaya yaunayo yauda kuripota ndibate namba dzangu ndidzodzo handitika. Rega tijambire muclip tinzwe vanhu kuti vari kuti chii. I also have another clip randichauya naro futi panapa ndichikunzwisaiwo zviri kutaurwa nevanhu mustreet kuti zigi uyu kauyu mawani pakaipa. Saka gara wasubscriber, wadzvanya subscribe button kuti zvinhu zvako zviite sei zvikufambire, ufambirane nevamwe, ufambirane nenguva. But rega timbonzwa kuti zigi haufa.
Now in this regard, what currencies is the public going to use to buy fuel? If you address that question, you would have addressed many problems. The price of fuel. The ZIG must buy fuel because that is our local currency. That's where the problems start. Once fuel is not priced in the ZIG, people will begin to chase the black market again to get US dollars.
Thank you, facilitator. I am just an ordinary consumer, Dr. Msheva. So I'm going to speak like one. So as a consumer, my indicators about faith in the currency is shown by what government does. If government does not accept duty in ZIG, or the payment for fuel in ZIG, I have got a question. I know Mr. Ngoma said it's a journey, but I want to see government and the Reserve Bank taking the first step, and not in terms of the economics of explaining to us how it works, because we have heard that before. When the bond note was introduced, the then governor had a whole meeting with the Law Society of Zimbabwe, to which I belong. It was a few hours long. We were assured the bond note would be backed by a deposit of $200 million at the Exim Bank. We were assured no printing would be done. We were assured so many things about stability and so on. I remember at that time, not having been convinced in the meeting, I and my partner made an appointment with the governor and sat down with him in his office because we had clients who were keen to invest. And they had one question: will we get our money out? We couldn't answer it.
Ndofunga muri kuzvinzwira mubvunzo uri kubvunzwa apa kunzi hurumende ndiyo inofanira kutanga kutora danho rekutanga the first step kutambira mazigi, kugamushira mazigi, because it's not all about a good presentation kuti tine millions akati egoridhe, tine chakati to back zigi up. Takazvinzwa kudhara izvi akasike kutanga ndozviri kutaurwa panapa namusharukwa kunzi aiwa ngoma ikai taane nguva tichiitamba. Saka rega tienderere kumberi tizvinzwire kuti zvakamira sei. Inini I think at the end of this video ndichazokuudzaiwo maonero angu. For the first time I will comment on the zigi ndokuudzai kuti ndofunga kuti chiine 2 cents dzangu andita. Saka rega zatidzokere muvidhio tinzwe kuti how far.
Even after that meeting. So it's all okay, and I do trust the governor. I know him well. I do trust the PEMSEC. I know him well. Right. But do I trust policy as a consumer? The answer is no. We can go round and round in all kinds of things. But if we don't put the step forward that convinces me, if I have ZIG today and I'm importing a car, I can go to the border and pay for my duty in ZIG. You can't then convince me that it's a currency that works in the manner that we're explaining. And it's a matter about usability. Just listen to the consumers out there. For the reason that we are not economists, we are looking at the practical aspects of what do I do with the currency. If I go to Mberengwa now and I buy something with a US dollar, they are going to give me rand coins as change. And it's rampant if you go to Mberengwa, to Matabeleland South, and parts of Masvingo. That's the way they function. It works. But do I want ZIG right now? I'm not so sure. Because let me see you take the step. Comrade Permanent Secretary, let's see you take the step. Let me be able to buy fuel. If it is multi-currency, my understanding of multi-currencies is interchangeable, freely. There is no one that's acceptable more than the other. But practically, does government today accept ZIG the same way it accepts the US dollar? So the questions about the passport office are legitimate. Because I must pay for it, the passport. If I go with ZIG, will you take it? If you can't, you are creating doubt. So it boils down to one matter, confidence.
Yes.
The economics, the gold deposits, of course we will never verify that because we don't know what's in the vaults. You have told us we believe.
Baba, vanhu vakatsamwa baba, vanhu havasi kutomboda zvese izvozvo. Munogona kutiudza hedu kuti mune 1.5 tons of gold. We didn't verify. Ndo zvamuri kutiudza izvozvo. But isusu chatiri kuda ndechekuti imimi mutange kushandisa zigi iroro. Mukaritambira zigi, zvinhu zvezvakuenda kumberi. Katoziva kuti aiwa sini riri kuita sei riri kushanda nditika. Hanzi kupassport office zigi ngaritambirwe. Pakubhadhara duty ngatibhadhare nezigi, and then pakutenga fuel totenga nezigi, tonyatsoziva kuti aiwa zigi is now the strongest currency in the region.
For now. But how does it help me, the common man, to be able to function? And that would be my comment, Dr. Mshawan. It might sound a little bit emotive, but it is because I have lost my savings 3 times since I started working. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
3 times baba uchishanda pachinzi parowa mazero. Mari yachinjwa. Padai. Mawani. Siya comment comment section utauro kuti zigi iri haisi scam here zigi. Inenge scam yekuda kungorova vanhu mari because iri bhuku iri kairi takamboriverenga futi, takungorinyora futi. Handifungi kuti rine ma-corrections mukati. Handifungi kuti rine ma-corrections mukati, but anyway, regeza tinzwe governor wacho achitaura kuti vari kuti chii panyaya iyi, but mawani chaiwo.
Well, thank you for that. I'm going to borrow from His Excellency, the President's speech when he visited the Central Bank on Thursday. Someone asked almost a similar question. And he said, when Jesus came and he said, I'm the Son of God, some believed, some did not. But that does not mean that he was not the Son of God. If you are going to doubt Zig, I said earlier on, it's game on. You are going to hunt for Zig. If I were you, I would start hunting for it now. Because at the time you need it, you may not find it. And if you find it, you will find it at a very expensive price.
Right, munhu unosei nyaya iri kutaurwa nemukuru panapa, iri kutaurwa nagavhena. Hanzi Jesu pavakauya, vamwe vaiti mwanakomana waMwari, vamwe vaiti haasi. Vakazengewa kumutsvaga pasisina nguva. Saka iwewe gara watsvaga Zigi pachiri nenguva. Nekuti patime uchazoda kutsvaga Zigi anenge asingachabatike, kana kuti anenge akubatika nemutengo wepamusoro. Handizoziva hangu, nyaya iri kungoitika panapa ndeyekuti vanhu havana confidence, vanhu vari kukwata because pakashata. Akasike kutanga zviitika, dai yanga iri kare kekutanga taigona kuziva kuti aiwa hamaya, let's just give it a try and see kuti zvinofamba sei. But takabva kumabhera Cheques, tikaenda kumaBondo, tikaenda kuRtgs, enochiti Dr. Ziggy, meno rekatinzwe gavhena wachipedzisa, but pakashata.
I don't want to repeat what the PEMSEC said about the pricing and the background to it. Otherwise we could just be talking about the same story. But I just want to leave.
Secretary vataura ivo kuti it's a journey, it's a process. Yekuti tiri kutanga tichienda kumberi, then along the way teta kuti kuma passport office ngakuchitambirwa Ziggy, ngakuchita sei. But we all know kuti zvakamboitika kukapesera kwane passport yema Rtgs isingabude, yema US ichibuda ipapo akasike kutanga. Saka hanzi along the way tichichinja, ndo mashoko ataurwa napermanent secretary. Unfortunately handina clip racho ipapo, but ndangoti ndikuudze kuti ndo zvavakataura, nditika kuti it's a journey and along the way tichaita sei tichazochinja. Saka siya comment section otaura kuti unofunge chii nemashoko aya anditika.
That with you. And I also want to tell you that if you have any forex payment you want to make outside the country right now, go to your bank and it will be paid. If you go to the parallel market, it means you are doing something illegal. But if you have something legitimate to pay, go to your bank and we will make sure that it is paid. I told you that the total amount of money in circulation in this market is worth less than 80 million US dollars. Right now, the central bank has more than 100 million US dollars cash without even selling an ounce of gold. So, I know you are just a consumer, but you are a consumer who can do maths. You should know that we have the capacity as the central bank to meet all foreign obligations as they fall due. The PEMSEC said we are in a multi-currency environment. If you want us to de-dollarize today, that's another debate. But for now, we know that we are in a multi-currency environment until 2030. That's my response to you. I want you to take note of what I've said. Come back to me in June. We'll give you an appointment to come to the central bank. Let's see if you are going to be telling the same story.
No, I just wanted to support the governor's response to Dr. Mashakada. And obviously the calls that we have also seen on social media to say that if this currency does not buy fuel or does not pay for a passport, then it's not a strong currency or then it's not a usable currency. I think we just need to go back to the journey that resulted in us using a multi-currency system. It was an agreed position between government and industry. And that's why industry is also using US dollar as we speak today, because there was an agreement. But more importantly, what we have done with the currencies today is one major milestone towards de-dollarization. We have not de-dollarized as yet, Dr. Mashagana. Because what you are calling for action we should be taking in a fully de-dollarized environment. This is one milestone that we have taken. And the
right
journey
muruzinzwira apo hanzi aiwa ka US dollar tichiri kushanda hatisati tarirasa panze saka zviri kubvunzwa izvi zvekuti sei kusingashande zigi kuchishanda ma-US aiwa ka iconversation yeumwe musi uyu but zvanhasi zvamanje manje apa tikutaura kuti ziga ari kushanda US arikuita sei ari kushanda handitika ndo zviri kutsanangurwa apa
takes up to 2030. So that within that journey, there will be a point where fuel will be fully sold in ZIG. Along the journey. Within that journey, there will be a point where all duties will be payable in ZIG, not even 50%. Within that journey, there will be a point where all government ministries, departments, and agencies are actually forced to accept both currencies. In fact, we are going to be forcing them very soon within that journey. It might be actually tomorrow. We are working on a circular to all government ministries, departments, and agencies that they cannot insist on payment in US dollars. They can't insist. So that's the instruction when I go back to the office that I'm going to be sending to most ministries, departments, and agencies. So that mischief is actually, but it's part of the journey. But we cannot call for action today which indicates that we have de-dollarized. We have not de-dollarized.
Right, ndofunga mangozvinzwira mega payo hanzi dollar richiri kushanda, dollar risati raita sei rakandwa panze, dollar richiri nepower, but still mufana wacho zigi arikufanira kuita sei arikufanira kupinda futi mugemo mawani.
Now in this regard,
ndo nyaya iripo yandiri kufamba nayo zvamanje manje kuti aiwa ka zigi uyu kauyu aiwa auya zvine power auya kuzoita sei kuzosimbisa chinhu but amenoti iwewo maonero ako unomaonawo sei but inini ndiri kuti takabva neko kumunga hakuna ipwa ende ngoma ndiyo takangodaro handitika but ameno let's give it a try timboona but pakashata ndambotaura ndine video futi randikuka naro panapa remacomments evanhu vachitaura matambudziko avari kusangana navo pakushandisa zigi uyu uyezve zigi haasati anyatsopinda muvanhu hanzi manudes afifi ari kutenderera kupfuura hanzi ari kutenderera pasiro hanzi ari kutenderera munyika yose kupfuura zigi harisi kubatika zvekumhanya handitika so ndo clip ranga ndangoya naro 2 minutes as for me DJ Holly and the rest of the crew behind the scenes tokuti zipai for now and tosangana muvidheo rinoteera.